has 2 rushing touchdowns, while senior running back Gino Hinton averages 5.5 yards per carry.
Okay, so what are you expecting out of today's game?
I'm expecting both teams to come out here and pass the ball a lot and often. We need to see Kyle Barrett needs to not be afraid to tuck and run if it looks tough. If he does not have any receivers open, he needs to not be afraid to put the game onto his own legs and his arm. He needs to come out here and he needs to run the ball as well as he passes the ball. Wilmington's defense needs to step up. They are doing really bad so far this season conference-wise on allowing a lot of yards. If they don't allow a lot of yards to Mount Union can't get those yards. Mount Union won't be able to score as much. The Quakers, they are leading the conference in offensive yards per game. So something like that right there is huge and would allow Wilmington to get a little bit of advantage. So what are you expecting in this game?
So right now I'm expecting Mount Union to actually just drive the pushes, just throwing it downfield. They're going to probably mix it up a lot since they're going to have the talent and receiving-wise. So I'm expecting them not to run the ball as much. They're going to mix it up here and there, maybe late game to try to burn the clock. Other than that, I'm expecting straight-up passes, and they're going to be putting pressure on Wilmington defense, which has, as you noted, been struggling this year.
And looking at the head coaches, Vince Caress of the Mount Union Purple Raiders, it is in his 7th season. And his record at the school, 88-5. This coach has only lost 5 games since being the head coach of the school and the head coach at any school. And Wilmington's head coach, Brian Moore, he's in his 3rd season, and he is 4-20. So he has 1 less games as a head coach than their coach has lost.
Okay, one thing I would like to note, this is a 22nd meeting of these two teams, and right now Mount Union holds a 21-0 record above Wilmington.
And then the first 2 games of that series, it was a 43-0 Mount Union victory, and then a 70-0 the following year. And then they didn't meet again until 2000, and since then it has been blowout after blowout after blowout. This is going to be a tough one for the Quakers to come out here and win if they are to win this, as Mount Union is definitely a team that could potentially go low Division I.
Yeah, easily. If you look at so far how Mount Union's game has gone this year, blowouts have been the name of the game. The first game against Rose Holman, 66-14. Baldwin Walls, 45-7. John Carroll, 37-14. And just last week against Otterbein, 58-0. Now, the one big key factor is how Wilmington came to really come out and play against Ohio Northern, which is generally one of the top-ranking teams in the OAC, and coming out and winning that 42-38.
You also got to look when they played Olivet, the first game of the season, a team out of Michigan who is not bad, a pretty good team, took it down to a 2017 game, almost got the onside kick at the end of the game to get a chance to tie the game and go to overtime. However, they were unable to do that.
That is very true, but also compared to years past for Wilmington, the scores have actually been pretty close this year, with the 2017 against Olivet, Heidelberg 25-10, the win against Ohio Northern 42-38, against Muskam 38-21.
And yeah, look, they had a bye week last week, so this Wilmington squad is fresh off a bye week. The Mount Union squad is fresh off a blowout win. Got those fresh legs, both passing teams. See how it's going to go here. Wilmington has had some time to just game plan for this game. And we'll see if it shows here or see if that bye week took them off their game a little bit as they were on a 2-game winning streak. Wilmington's coming into the game on a 2-game winning streak. I don't know the last time we saw a 2-game winning streak for these Wilmington Quakers.
Now, the one thing I am going to be interested to see is with the temperature dropping, it's going to make passing a little more interesting and needs to be more precise. Now, Wilmington has 2 really good running backs right there, and if they can get holes in the gaps and get them room to run, this could be a really competitive game.
All right, we will be back with you here in about 5 to 10 minutes when the game is starting. All right, and we are back to bring you some football. Mount Union, I have seen, will be getting the ball first. So Mount Union won the toss and decided to take the ball first.
Yep, we'll get an early look at D'Angelo Fulford as he gets going in his senior year.
And Justin Hill out there looking to set that record. We're going to definitely be seeing a lot of him this game. We'll be seeing a lot of his name.
Oh, I'm definitely expecting heavy targets, so expect to see Wilmington's best corner lined up on Justin Hill.
We will see. It's going to be a good matchup out there.
I'm expecting lots of targets for Kyle Barrett to be targeting Ace Taylor, as Ace Taylor has been doing actually pretty good this year, as well as Itika Wynn.
Your goal is to get that ball into your playmakers' hands, and Itika Wynn and Ace Taylor are the playmakers for this Wilmington offense. Kyle Barrett needs to really play on his A game today if Wilmington has a chance. I think every drive has to end in points.
It's definitely you at least want every drive ending in points, or at least getting past midfield, putting it into their side. We're just about ready to see the first kickoff here,
as Tyler Butcher looks to kick off this game. Got very crowded on both sides of the stadium today, as Mount Union has really showed up to support their team, and Wilmington has a decent crowd here.
And both sides are actually getting a pretty decent crowd. And here's the first kick.
And let's play some football.
He's to the 20. Spins out of tackle.
And is brought down around the 37-yard line.
37-yard line. And now we'll see our first action of the game coming out strong with Mount Union's offense.
Pretty good return there. Wilmington has been struggling so far this season on that return defense. We have seen every game so far, whenever they get a return, it's always about past the 30-yard line.
Yes, that's been about right. But Wilmington's kick return has been doing decent this year. They have been getting about the same.
They have. Special teams, they need to really work on that, though, is their special teams defense, as they have allowed a good amount of yards.
Now, what I want to see right here is I want to see Wilmington really be able to put pressure on the quarterback.
Expecting a pass, and they will run it at first play of the game here. And
he will get upfield.
Go for about 7 yards, but there's a flag, probably a late hit.
That most definitely looked like a late hit, as he was already out.
There's a late flag thrown on the field there on a 7-yard gain, pinning the flag. There's a personal foul for the late hit there, hitting him out of bounds. 15 yards, and it will be a first down for them as they march it past half field and are already on the Quaker side of the field with one play.
On the Quakers 40. Now this is when I would expect to start seeing Mount throw the ball.
I mean, the running game worked one play. It's first down. Try to set up an easy second down. First time you're looking to gain 3 or 4 yards, you can do it through the air, you can do it through the air. If you can do it on the ground, you can do it on the ground.
I expect this first drive, Mount's going to be switching up quite often to see what works best, what they can get away with. As he drops
back to pass.
Plenty of time in the pocket.
Short pass out and taken down right away at the line of scrimmage. Doesn't go anywhere.
Gain of nothing.
It'll be 2nd and 10. See, the ideal first down, you gain 3 or 4 yards.
Yes.
That was not the ideal first down. That was the perfect ideal first down for the defense. They held them to no yards, and they will see 2nd and 10 now, as it is most likely going to be a passing down as they look to set up for a easier 3rd down, if not a first down on this play.
Quakers want to keep that kind of coverage the entire game. That was really good zone coverage right there.
And he will drop back to pass once again.
Gives him plenty of time. He
open receiver, and it will be a first down as he goes out of bounds.
About the 28 or
26-yard line is where he will be marked.
And that was to Justin Hill.
Justin Hill.
Back to see him targeted very often. He was able to be quick, find the gaps easy. Right there, he found his open area, was able to just sit there and wait.
And that's huge for Mount Union, as they have now put themselves into field goal range.
As right now on this play, I'm going to be watching Justin Hill. He's on the top half of the field right here.
And it will be a handoff to the outside, and he will be brought down right away for a 1-yard gain. Ball will be marked down on the 25-yard line.
Josh Petrulich.
It will be 2nd and 9.
One key person I'm going to be looking for every play is obviously going to be Justin Hill, where he's lining up, what he's running.
And full adjust back to pass. Everyone's going into the end zone, and he overthrew number 86, the tight end, Evan Wagont.
Full forward right there. He looked a little upset with himself, obviously.
That brings up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, 3rd and 10. This is what the Quakers want to do. If they can, they just want to at least stop them at 3 points.
See, allowing all those yards, though, the Quakers have been good on not allowing many touchdowns. They allow a lot of yards. They bend. They bend, but they don't break.
They've been playing really good red zone defense.
And here it is. They're going deep. They're looking to go end zone. Justin Hill has plenty of time. And he rolls left, goes to the end zone. It will be out of bounds. Slightly overthrew him.
That was a really good lineup right there. That was number 3 for the Quakers, Tavon Bryant.
And really good D'Angelo Fulford did not like that look. He had all the time in the world, no one open, and Mount Union will attempt a
field goal. Corey Barnett is coming out here.
42-yarder. 42-yard attempt for Corey Barnett.
See how he does here.
And the kick is up, and it is wide left. No good.
That one caught the wind, and now you see the motivation starting to build for the Quakers already right here. They're excited. That's the one difference that I think is going to make big time in this game. The Quakers are going to be able to get momentum off the littlest things.
They really will. This is a team that is hard to beat, and Wilmington wants to come out here. They want to prove something today. This is their chance.
If you want to compare it to anything, I would compare it to David versus Goliath right here.
It really is.
Mount Union is the Goliath.
It really is.
Now we'll get our first eyes at Kyle Barrett for today's game.
And like I said, Kyle Barrett needs to, if he has no one open, he needs to take the ball and take it to the ground. He is a quick guy. He has that speed. He just needs to cover the ball and not fumble it.
We have Gino lining up to his left. Actually, correction, his right.
Switch it back and forth there. And that's Ace Taylor in motion. And he will take the ball.
Gap. He was able to, looks like, a gain of 1 yard.
Gain about a 1 yard there. We'll bring up 2nd and 9. Ace Taylor in the wide receiver run there. And we will bring up 2nd and 9.
Now, obviously on Wilmington's, I'm going to be looking where Ace Taylor and Itika Wynn are lining up today's game. I think those are going to be the 2 heavily targeted, even though it's been normally Itika Wynn and Luke Richardson.
And it also matters what running back is in the backfield, as they have multiple running backs who have been getting the ball this season. As Gino is in there for the 2nd play in a row here.
Ace Taylor on motion again.
Drop back to pass. Barrett gets his man. That's number 7. Deshaun Maddox on the catch.
That was a nice open pass. Good read right there by Kyle Barrett.
It brings up 3rd down and 3.
Got Gino still lined up in the backfield.
Very doable 3rd down here, and it will be done.
First down. Oh, yeah. They have ruled him down on the play.
And that was down. Number 3, Itika Wynn Jr. on the first down reception there.
Again, expect Kyle Barrett to try to get Itika Wynn, Ace Taylor, and Luke Richardson going. They've been really good targets for him so far this year.
Especially on the outside like that. If Itika would have broken that 1 tackle, he has the speed we have seen multiple times. Yeah. He is a playmaker. He's a playmaker they want to get the ball to.
Wilmington's playing a hurry-up offense so far this game.
They're not giving Mount Union time to take a break.
Ace Taylor on motion again.
And
hands it off to Gino.
Gino with the first run of the game. The ball is on the ground. And it was below dead.
Looks about a gain of 1 yard.
2 yard gain on play. 2 yard gain on play. 2nd and 8.
Wilmington's offense coming out strong so far.
Oh, that's 2 close fumbles right there. They need to make sure they keep that ball tight. It looks like Mount Union is playing a very strip the ball type of game plan right now.
Strip ball, hard-hitting defense right now.
They are going straight for that ball, and it is showing early.
Oh, that's going to make such a big difference, especially with the weather starting to get colder like it is today. Hands are going to be more fragile to drop stuff.
That also allows the elusive players to break tackles easier. And interception, and he has field to go.
And there is a flag.
There's a flag out.
Expect this ball to come back.
And that will be a pick six to start the game here for Mount Union. However, there is a flag out on the 35-yard line.
Touchdown has been waved off.
And it will be taken back as there is most likely going to be a hold or a block in the back on the return.
I see one flag down on the 30 and one on the 35. I'm expecting it will go back down to the 30 is where the first one was thrown down.
All right, we will wait on this call.
Nope, 35 is where it is being ruled. Block on the back, number 93, Nate Brunson of Mount Union.
And the ball will be placed on the 45-yard line. About where the interception was made there, but it got returned. The receiver was open. That ball just must have got out of Barrett's hands and went to the wrong team.
I mean, both teams looking strong. Obviously, that's going to make Mount Union's defense look even stronger today, getting that early pick.
And Wilmington needs to keep their heads up here as it's still a 0-0 game.
Yeah, it's easy. They should keep their heads up. They still 0-0, blank slate. Nothing to worry about right now.
About where they started the game now, last
time.
And
handoff.
First play of the game, or first play of the fumble. Ball is down as it will bounce out of bounds, and Mount Union will retain the football after a 5-yard gain.
And it will be on the 40-yard line.
It's on the Quakers' 40-yard line. That was a great chance for Wilmington there. If they had got that fumble, I don't think anyone was stopping him.
No. He had nobody back there. Easy pickup, straight down the sideline.
They just knocked it out of bounds. Cold weather, hard hands, hard ball. All right, it'll be 2nd and 5.
We've seen Justin Hill off on his lonesome down here on the bottom of the field.
Senior Justin Hill is, like I said earlier, on pace to set the career record for Mount Union in passing touchdowns, or receiving touchdowns. As he rolls out to his left, quick throw.
First down.
It's going to be a first down and a little bit more as he is breaking down around the 30-yard line.
And they're going to rule him out at the 31. Quakers' 31-yard line.
We'll be up 1st and 10 on the 31.
Now, Mount Union's first drive, they got just maybe
they got about right
4
here.
4 yards in front of this, and were forced to attempt a field goal.
Yeah, they were. They were 4 yards exactly from here.
As we see a handoff right here.
And he is taken down with a 2-yard gain.
1 yard gain is what 2-yard gain.
Ball will be placed on the 29-yard line. As that was Josh Perselli with the carry. And Tavion Bryant picking up the tackle for the Quakers.
Tavion's been really good about picking up tackles so far this year.
He really has.
One of the stronger people to look for on defense.
Playing that linebacker position, number 3 out there. As Fulford drops back to pass, they are going deep. And off the hands of the receiver, incomplete. Great defense there by number 8. Was that not? That was not number 8. Number 11, Jaywan Bates, was on that coverage.
Let's see 3rd down right here. Obviously, it's probably going to push Fulford to try to make a pass. Wouldn't be surprised to see a short little outlet pass right here to try to get some yards, just get running room to find that first down.
Christian, that was number 9, Amir Jackson, on the coverage of that last play.
I'm definitely looking for him to target Josh Hill.
He has time. He rolls out to his right, and he will take it on his legs. And he dives.
He's going to get the first down.
Well, he is going to be marked short of the first down. It will bring up 4th and 1.
Now, it looks like they are opting to keep the offense in right here, and they are going to be going for it.
It will be 4th down and 1.
And, yes, they are going for it as they keep the clock running right here. Which, honestly, is not a bad decision if you're Mount Union right here. You've got a strong offense, and you're 1 yard short. You're this close.
And they will hand it off, and he will get it, and he breaks free and takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal on the Quakers' 5-yard line as they converted on their first 4th down attempt and took the ball into the red zone.
Lucky for Wilmington's defense that we had Paris Weathers be there to make that stop right there.
And they take the first snap in the red zone of the game.
Hand it off again.
And he is stuffed.
Good read on that run right there by the Quakers.
1 yard gain on the play, 1.5. Puts it down about 2nd and goal on the 3.
I'm sort of expecting a little short pass right here. Obviously, they have good faith in Fulford's throwing ability, and then you have one key receiver in Justin Hill, who's lined up at the top of the field against
We have
one
seen
corner.
a lot of runs this drive, though, as Wilmington is expecting the pass and has
He
stuffed every
drops
pass.
Justin Hill
Short pass.
brings it up for a touchdown.
Diving catch. Justin Hill. First touchdown of the game. Expect to see him a lot more this game, as that was a really good diving catch. Almost intercepted. Really good throw. Put it right where the defender could not reach it.
You can definitely see that bond between these two right here. They're used to working in sync like there, and you expect them to try to get that going as the game progresses.
That is Fulford's first touchdown pass of the game, and it is Hill's first touchdown reception of the game. And the PAT is up, and it is good. Makes the score 7-0 with 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Let's see how the Wilmington Quakers offense can go after throwing the interception last drive. Let's see if they decide to throw it right off the back here and try to get Barrett readjusted and back on his throwing game.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, Wilmington just needs to make sure they keep their heads up. They're playing pretty good right now. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
They really are. It's 7-0. What was the score last game after the first quarter? I want to look at this real quick. It was 28-0 after the first quarter. When the Purple Raiders played Otterbein last week.
Yeah.
They were up 28-0 after the first quarter. They're up 7-0 right now with 7 minutes left in the first quarter. So, as of this pace right now, it doesn't look like they're going to score that many more points in this first quarter.
Should be a really good game if things stick at this pace and both teams continue to get decent drives going on offense. Now, expect to see Wilmington start to mix it up a little more after their last drive.
They need to play a little more conservative. They kind of forced that pass, and it almost turned into a pick six.
Expect them to slow down their passes a little more now, try to find an even more open receiver.
And 84, Corey Barnett kicks the ball off.
And touchback.
It goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback ball to be placed on the 25-yard line.
Now we'll see Kyle Barrett again. I'm expecting actually to see a run this first drive right here.
See what running back comes out. Remember, last play for this offense was an interception.
Yeah. We're going to see Gino and Barrett in the backfield.
Gino and Barrett?
Yep.
Will both be in the backfield here. Let's see if they elect to have Barrett throw the ball after that interception. I can see a play-action short pass right here. And Barrett takes the pass, and he hands it off to Gino. Gino is taken down in the backfield.
Lost of 5.
Could not break the first tackle, or broke the first tackle, could not break the second. Goes down in the backfield. 2nd and 15. This is now most likely going to be a pass.
Raiders had a great read on that run right there. Was able to just crash right in. Had about maybe 3 people in the backfield within 2 seconds.
As we see Gino Hinton and Kyle Barrett stay in the backfield for 2nd and 15.
See Barrett drop off to the side.
And that will be a 5-yard gain, 6-yard gain,
win.
7-yard gain, 6-yard gain. The ref moved again.
6-yard gain for a
the ref
win right there.
Dancing back and forth around the lines there. So it will be placed on the 26-yard line. It will be a 3rd and 9.
So far, Atika Wynn has been the key receiver from Wilmington this game.
This is big here. He can't force this. If he forces it, it might be another interception, which is worse than punting it. And Barrett takes a snap, drops back. 3 on the blitz, and he will take it on his own legs, and he will not get the yards he needs. It will bring up 4th and 3.
And we will see the punt team come out for Wilmington right here.
Forced the punt here. So first drive in an interception, second drive 3 and out. After the first play, went for -5 yards on the rush. We'll see how this punt goes.
If I was the Quakers, I would not be too mad about settling for the punt right here. It's a lot better result than throwing a pick or fumbling it and having the Raiders start in your half of the field again.
They definitely wanted to get a little bit of first downs, run a little bit of the clock off. And the punt is off. It looks like a good punt there. Ball is caught around the 35-yard line. Taken out past the 40, 45, 50, and crosses in the Wilmington side of the field as he goes out of bounds. marked out on the Quaker 49-yard line.
We'll see Mount Union start with pretty good field position again right here.
Correction, they did not give him past midfield. They will put him just short. Nose will be on midfield. Nose of the football is on midfield as they have 50 yards to go for a touchdown this drive.
Mount Union has done a pretty good job with their play calling, being pretty unpredictable, mixing it up nice and even. They're not favoring running, and they're not favoring passing.
And we see Justin Hill wind up on the bottom of your screen here as he goes deep.
Wolford drops back.
He drops in the middle, wide open Justin Hill. Justin Hill was wide open there, watching the entire time as he went straight in the middle of the field. No one followed.
Nice 13-yard pass right there.
That's someone they definitely need to be watching here on this Wilmington defense. As Justin Hill now goes to the top of your screen, lines up alone with 3 receivers down here on the bottom.
And you expect as the game progresses that they'll start putting more coverage on Justin Hill.
He's got 3 receivers who's right here, 1 to his left. D'Angelo Furford with Josh Petroselli in the backfield. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Justin Hill short down the middle of the field. Beats the one guy with the speed. Hurdles out of bounds. That was a crazy hurdle there. Completely got over the guy. Jumping out of bounds, though. So it's kind of pointless. That's a risk of injury. Should not have done it, honestly.
He probably thought he had a little more room on the sideline right there, but maybe he did get knocked in the air when he was trying to hurdle right there.
Hurdles are a big risk of injury. That's something that is risky to do.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a run right here after they've just done 2 big pass plays.
Justin Hill lines up on the top of the field here to Fulford's left. Fulford drop back pass, and he finds Hill once again.
Plenty of running room right there.
And Hill breaks two tackles, brought down by a squadron of Quakers. As he takes the ball within 10 yards, it will be 1st and goal on the 8-yard line.
As you see, the Raiders are now starting to find their groove with Justin Hill. They're just finding him every chance they get.
And Justin Hill is coming to the bottom of the screen now, lining up on the right side of Fulford.
Expect them to find Justin Hill.
2 to his right, 2 to his left.
I'm expecting them to find Justin Hill on the back side of the end zone right here. Probably going to have him run a nice little corner.
Nice little corner fade.
Yep. Here, Laura, they'll have him do a nice slant right through, because that's what he has been running when he's been dropping down to the bottom of the field.
And he drops back and he goes short, looking to pass.
Plenty of time.
Wide open in the middle of touchdown. Touchdown, Mount Union. That was number 8, Derek Harvey Jr. And now we'll bring the score to 13-0. PAT is going to look to bring it 14-0, and there is 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
As we'll see Corey Barnett get ready for the extra point again. And the extra point is good. So we'll see 14-0 Raiders.
Derek Harvey Jr. is another senior on this Mount Union squad. He's not as explosive as Justin Hill, but he has seen some time.
Expect him to be probably the secondary target on their passing game. Obviously, Justin Hill has been their primary target. They've been getting great success with him so far this game.
As we will see how this kick return goes. Last time was kicked out of the back of the end zone. Let's see if they do that again. And both Derek Harvey and Justin Hill are 6'0". Exactly 6 foot tall.
And now we'll get ready for this kick right here. And here's the kick. That one's not going to be a touchback this time, as they did call for a fair catch on the 10.
That will bring the ball out to the 25-yard line. This is actually Derek Harvey's first season playing as a starter. And he has 3 touchdowns on the season now, before this one. So he has 4 now, as he looks to become more and more involved in this offense.
One thing I would like to see on Wilmington's offensive drive this time is trying to get Kyle Barrett a little more time in that pocket so he can find an open receiver.
He's had a good amount of time in the pocket. They're not blitzing much. Mount Union is looking to bring 3 once again here, and they will bring 3 as it hands off to Gino for a 0-yard gain stuffed up there at the line. Wilmington's going to have to start relying on this passing game as they keep getting stuffed.
They have gave him about a few inches on that run.
All right, there's about a little less than 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Kyle Barrett's in the backfield with Gino Hinton. And Barrett takes the snap, drop back to pass.
Almost intercepted right there.
Bad throw there. Looks like it slipped out of Barrett's hands. We'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Looked like a little bit of miscommunication there, like it was supposed to be a cutback.
Once again, the Quakers are looking at maybe going 3 and out here as they come up with a long 3rd down for the 2nd drive in a row.
Honestly, wouldn't be surprised here to just see them try to make a long pass right here.
So far in this game, they are 0-1 on 3rd down. This is only their 3rd drive. Their drives have gone interception, 3 and out, and here they look to break the streak here and get their second first down of the game, as they were able to get one before their interception in the first drive.
See Barrett drop back
to pass.
Got good pocket time right there. Nice short little pass.
That short pass complete, but he will be brought down very quickly after he makes the catch. It'll go down as a one-yard gain. Three-yard gain.
And we'll see the punt team back out for the Quakers right here.
4th and 7, and they will be punting the ball away. Second 3 now in a row for the Quakers. Still better than the interception.
Derek Carlisle comes out to punt the ball.
And it is a booming punt. A little shank there. Very shanked.
It looks like it is going to be ruled at the 40-yard line. Correction.
It will be ruled at the 35-yard line. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. That was about a 10-yard punt?
Correction,
32-yard line. That was a 6-yard punt. He really shanked that one. That is not something that we wanted to see, as Mount Union takes the ball, just knocking on the red zone right now.
The red zone has been the name of the game for the Raiders so far this game.
And there's about 1:30 left to go in the first quarter.
I would like to see the offense start giving more support to the Quakers defense, as they haven't been doing that bad of a job. They've been getting the stops.
Did bad field position this entire game.
Yeah, they're just not giving their defense any field position to work with.
Quakers are losing the field position battle, as this Mount Union defense has been just shutting down this Quakers offense, who has been explosive in conference play this season, gaining the most amount of yards per game.
Exactly. They've been 3rd in the conference with yards per game for offense, but they just haven't gotten it rolling yet, and you expect hopefully in the second quarter to see them start picking it up.
And they will run the ball up the middle, and he is brought down around the 20-yard line. That'll put them into the red zone for a 1st and 10. Ball will be on the 20. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball is on the 20. Barely in the red zone as the clock is running into the final minute. About 30 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
The yards?
Fulford looks for the play.
As we wind down in the first quarter right here, the total yard differences.
They do not have to take a snap here in the first quarter.
Not, but
they will. And they will run the ball up the middle.
And that is going to be what looks like a first down.
It will be marked just short of first down.
Nope, they will rule out a first down. So far, the yardage has been about 131 yards for Mount Union and 24 for Wilmington.
That brings us to the end of the first quarter. Mount Union leads 14-0, and they have the ball knocking on the end zone right now.
Wilmington definitely needs to get their offense rolling here with only 24 yards accumulated in this first quarter.
I mean, Wilmington is doing a little better than how Otterbein did last week. Otterbein gave up 28 points in the first quarter. So Wilmington is on a better pace than that, but they need to put points on that board. You cannot win a football game if you do not score a touchdown, and that's how this is going right now.
Yeah. Wilmington defense has been doing good. I think they would have a lot more stops if they had better yardage to work with. They had more room. As
Mount Union has started every single drive within 10 yards of the 50-yard line.
I would like to see that Wilmington offense we saw that first drive that was able to accumulate. There was 24 yards.
24 yards, one first down, right before the interception. They were starting to march a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
See that come out again, get the ball in the playmaker's hands, and see what happens.
How these last two drives have gone, it makes me wonder if that interception is in the back of the head of Kyle Barrett every time he throws the ball right now.
And he needs to get that off his mind and just play some football.
Mm-hmm.
Get out there, scramble a little bit, and complete first downs.
See Mount Union line up right here again in the red zone, about the 12-yard line.
And I don't get why they moved that chains on there because they were on the 20, first and 10. 8-yard gain moved the chains.
See motion right here.
As they
drops back.
And he will take you by himself as he looks for the end zone.
Fumble.
Ball is out.
Looks like a Raider recovery.
There has been no signals from either team.
No team is confident in who has it. And it looks like it is going to be ruled Mount Union's ball.
Mount Union was able to retain the fumble on the ground as it will be 2nd and 1 within the 5-yard line. There's been 2 fumbles that the Quakers have almost been able to take advantage of. This would have been huge for the Quakers. Would have given them that momentum going on. And we'll probably see a pass here into the end zone. Just Hill's line up the bottom. Actually, it'll be a run up the middle.
And he has
And he had way too much room up the middle of the field there. All the room he needed to get into that end zone for a touchdown. That was John Petroselli on the carry. And they will be attempting the PAT here as the score is now 20-0 within the first minute of the second quarter.
Still at a better pace than Otterbein was. And the PAT is no good.
It was blocked.
Straight to the back of what looks like was one of the Mount Union offensive linemen.
So that makes the score 20-0. That could be huge later in the game if Wilmington can find a way to come alive, put points on the board, and stop them like they did the first drive. Wilmington needs to go back to the first 2 drives of the game where they stop them on defense and put up a little bit of a play on offense.
One thing I would like to see them do on defense right now is not give Fulford as much time in the pocket as he has been getting. He's been able to just sit there for maybe 10, 15 seconds each play and just really take his time trying to find
We have not been seeing either team, though, really pressure the quarterback this game, as Mount Union normally rushes in with 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 guys.
Mm-hmm. I think that will be the big difference makers when we start seeing that pocket pressure come into play.
All right, and Wilmington will get their 3rd kickoff here of the game. First one went out of bounds. Second one was fair caught. And we'll see if this one is brought back out or not. Wilmington needs something big here, so I would see and understand if they caught this ball and tried to get something big on the return. Kickoff return can be a great momentum starter. They can also kill an offense.
And here's the kick.
Ball is up, and it will be fair caught.
Again.
and it is dropped in the end zone, and it will be a touchback.
See Kyle Barrett and the Quaker offense come back out here. Definitely looking to repeat that first drive of the game. If they can get back to that formation of the first drive of the game, I could actually see this game getting close. They opt to keep Hinton back in there, still in the backfield.
It'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 25. And Kyle Barrett needs to look the pass, and he will.
He's got a good pocket time right here. A little pressure.
Ball was deep, slightly overthrown. Intended for number 3, Atiko Wynn Jr., one of his best playmakers, deep threat there. Just put a little too much mustard on that one.
Just threw that a little shorter, and that would have been a nice, put them at about the 50-yard line.
Would have been about a 25-yard gain. Beat that one guy. Could have been a touchdown even. Could have been a 75-yard touchdown on that. Just a little overthrown. Kyle Barrett will look here again on 2nd down. He's in the shotgun formation. Geno Hinton is to his right. He takes a snap, and he will run the ball himself, and he won't go anywhere. Stuff there at the line will bring up 3rd down and 10 once again.
Had 4 Raiders right there just stuffed that line of scrimmage.
All right, it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play here for the Quakers. And Kyle Barrett takes the shotgun snap here. Just line up the shotgun with Geno next to him. Barrett takes the snap.
Back.
Quick pass outside. And it will only be a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. We'll bring up 4th down, and the punt team comes out for the Quakers once again. And once again going 3 and out. They have 1 first down this entire game so far. There is 13 minutes left to go in the 2nd quarter. This defense really needs to step up. This offense definitely needs to step up.
As you saw, Mount Union right there did do a lot more pocket pressure that drive, and it definitely was the difference maker there.
And the punt is not shanked this time. Wilmington will down the ball on the 40.
That could have been really bad for the Raiders there if they accidentally touched that ball.
The own player ran into his fair catcher. That could have been really bad as the Raiders ran into their own guy fair catching the ball. If it had bounced off any of them, the Quakers could pick that ball up, and it would be their ball right here where they pick it up.
It'll be interesting to see what the Quakers defense can do this time now that they actually have good field position to work with.
This is actually the best, but is this the best field position in the game? It's close to about the first one where they had that quick penalty, though.
I would say this is the best field position of the game.
And they will hand the ball off, and he has room to work as he breaks through the middle of the field for about an 8-yard gain. We'll bring up 2nd and 2. Ball is placed at the 47.5-yard line. 2nd and 2.5.
Now, if you look at the time of possession so far, it's been about roughly 10 minutes for the Raiders.
And he drops back to pass.
Plenty of time.
Deep pass downfield. Hill caught it and is in the end zone for the touchdown.
That is Justin Hill's 3rd touchdown of the game.
Second touchdown of the game.
Second?
Second touchdown.
Okay.
And as Hill continues to go for his record-setting season.
That is his 3rd touchdown.
That's Fulford's 3rd touchdown pass of the game.
Correction, these stats are updating quicker than I thought.
PAT attempt.
Yeah, PAT has messed
up. It's going to be a fake, and
wow.
He did not get tackled. Intercepted in the end zone, but he's brought down instantly. He wasn't able to return that.
As we saw the Wilmington defender there just hug the leg of the holder.
As he tried to throw the ball, leg held. Couldn't be brought down. That's 2 messed up PATs in a row. That's something huge for the Quakers if they could be scoring some touchdowns right now. They need to come alive here. It's 11 minutes, 56 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
Full forward has thrown for 130 yards so far this game, and 113 of those have been Justin Hill.
That drive was capitalized by that 53-yard touchdown pass from Fulford to Hill, as Hill is on pace now. He got his 2 touchdown receptions this game that he needs to set the career record and beat a wide receiver who was drafted in the 4th round to the NFL. That's huge. He will definitely be someone to look out for this entire season.
We'll see if Wilmington opts to fair catch it again, or if they will actually just try to run this one and try to get even better field position. So far, they have not even attempted to return a kick.
And the kick is up, and it will be into the end zone.
And it's a fair catch.
And he'll just let it bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Ball will be placed on the 25-yard line.
26-0 with about 12 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Wilmington offense looking to come alive here and put up their first points of the game. Mount Union did not allow a single point last week in the 58-0 blowout of Otterbein. And in the first half, they were up 49-0 at half.
See Barrett here. Puts Ace Taylor in motion. Hands it off to Gino Hinton. He's got a little bit of running room there.
Outside, and he will have a gain of 3 on the play.
See, that's what I like to see. They're starting to switch it up. They're giving Gino some running room.
2nd down and 7. Kyle Barrett in the backfield. Hinton still to his right. Barrett hands it off once again. And he is brought down after a short gain.
Gain of 1.
Give him a gain of 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6 now. This is a much more manageable 3rd down attempt than the last 3 drives. As the Quakers look to not go 3 and out this drive.
Got 4 receivers out here.
4 receiver set, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Hinton lines up in the left to Barrett. Barrett takes a snap, drops back to pass. Short pass outside. It is incomplete. Brings up 4th down. And out comes the punting team. There is about 11 minutes left to go in the half. Mount Union up 26-0. Quakers have a single first down in this game. They need to step up on offense. That's something they really need to do here.
They're starting to figure it out, though. They were able to actually get yardage this time.
We're able to gain 4 yards. That's more yards than they've gained in the last 2 drives combined. As we will look at the Quakers look to punt the ball away.
There, Carlisle back for the punt.
And the punt is up. This is a good punt. This is a far punt. Got the ball around the 32-yard line. Missed 1 tackle. And he will take the ball out of bounds around the 45-yard line. Should have been brought down right away on that punt. However, was able to take it up for about 10 yards.
Just missed that lineup on that tackle right there.
And it will be 1st and 10. Ball is placed on the 43-yard line. Once again, very good field position for the Mount Union Raiders. As Fulford takes a snap. Hill's crossing the middle of the field, and it'll be a short pass off to Hill. Hill has room to run. There's a flag out.
Most likely
it
holding.
Looks to be on number 2 Parcelli, the running back, as he looks upset at himself on that play. It's going to be a holding on there, it looks like. Let's wait on the call from the ref.
Blocking violation at the least. Looking at the hand motions of the ref so far. Pass interference. Offense.
And that was actually on number 86, Evan Weingart, the tight end. Probably ran a little bit of pick play there. Had Hill open. That's why Hill broke the receiver. Was so wide open on that. That will now bring up 2nd and 20, as that's a 10-yard penalty.
And this should add some extra motivation to the Quakers defense right here.
Ball is placed down on the 28-yard line.
Hands it off. Good running room right here.
Looks to make up some
Breaks
of it.
3 tackles.
Cannot be brought down. Legs keep churning as he remakes all those yards just lost.
As he finally found the wall of green right there to get him down. That puts him, it's still about say 15 yards for a first down.
It'll be 2nd and 16.
2nd 16. Expect them to look for Hill right here. As Hill is actually not out on the field this drive.
Giving Hill a little breather here. Throwing off the Wilmington defense as they probably couldn't find him there. Fulford drops back to pass. Quakers blitzing only 3. Ball, deep pass downfield.
Caught.
And he caught that ball. About the 25-yard line, goes out of bounds. One-handed catch in the play. Highlight reel catch there. That was Derek Harvey Jr. with the catch.
Quakers.
He already has a touchdown this game.
Yeah. Fulford is getting so much time in that pocket to just look for that open receiver.
And they had defenders in the area. That was a long pass up there. And he just watched it go over his head.
It was a perfect pass right there, right where he wanted to put it.
And Fulford's going to look to pass
Fulford
once again on first down.
Actually got
Has
some
pressure
there.
Ball was swatted down. That was number 1.
Traquez Parks with the swat right there. That was a great read from him.
We'll bring up 2nd and 10. All right, we have Hill back out here lining up on the bottom of the screen. Harvey's on the top of the screen. Both those guys have been explosive this game.
If they do not opt to run the ball this drive right here, it's either going Harvey or Hill.
And the ball will be handed off. And he has plenty of room on the outside there. He breaks 2 tackles, breaks 3 tackles.
And the wall of green has collapsed again.
And they will mark him down on the 12-yard line. It will be 1st and 10 on the 12. Correction, 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line. As the Quakers have struggled to bring him down on every run play as he just keeps those legs moving, keeps those legs churning. Score is 26-0. There's 8 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the half. And there's whistles blown dead.
As we see the
false
offense
start.
backing up, it will be a false start.
As we'll bring up 1st and 15, ball is on the 16-yard line. It is possible for them to get a first down before they get in the end zone, but it's only on the 1-yard line they would do that.
Chances are they will score before they get that first down. Fulford.
Short pass out is
Dropped.
dropped.
And it
they will
is
say an incomplete pass as the ball went forward from the quarterback. That was a pass intended for number 2, Petroselli, the running back. It was a little low. Short pass.
A little low, but if that would have been ruled as a backwards pass, he had plenty of running room right there.
He really did.
As we will see it now be 2nd down for the Raiders. As Quakers look to repeat that first defensive stop they had in the game, forcing them to try to attempt that field goal, which, as we saw earlier, was shanked.
And the last 2 Joes on their PATs have not looked good either, so... And he will hand the ball off down the middle. And
breaks another tackle.
2 tackles and is brought down by number 1, Traquez Parks.
Traquez is getting some stuff done on defense right now.
Seems to be one of the few people who can bring down their receivers and their running back.
He's been swatting these passes and taking down the running back. He's doing his really great job as a strong safety.
It will be 3rd and 9. Ball's on the 10. They can get a first down if they bring it within the 1-yard line. Or they can just put it straight in this end zone here and don't need a first down. Drops back to pass. Pressure is on.
He's going to roll out.
Pressure is on. He is running,
out.
rolling to his left. Rolling to his left. Throws the ball into the end zone, and it will be caught by number 17. Wayne Ruby Jr., the sophomore.
Out of Pembroke Pines, Florida.
Broke down the defense there, scrambled out of the pocket, was about to be brought down, got out of it, was about to be brought down again, got out of it, found the open guy in the back of the end zone on the run, threw the ball there, touchdown.
Holford showed that good experience of being a senior quarterback.
About 7 minutes left. Let's see how this PAT goes, and this one is good. Will be 33-0. About a little less than 7 minutes left to go in the half as Mount Union is taking a huge lead here early. As the Quakers are still yet to do anything on offense, they have had a single first down. It was on the first drive of the game that ended in an interception. And they are 1 of 5 on 3rd down. They had that one first down pass in that first drive that was on 3rd down, and since then they have struggled. They have really struggled on offense. They can't